What's good, guys? Welcome to the Scallywag Show. Hope everybody's having a great one out there, man. It has been a frozen tundra here for many people in the country, man. And I see more might be coming. Then they say it's going to miss us, so I have no idea, man. But I hope everybody made out good with that snowstorm. Unless you're in Florida, then until I get there, then I'll be sending the same palm tree pics to people. But what's going on, guys? We got Jacob Bain in the house, Bains Blends. We got my man Walker up there. What's going on, Walker? How you doing?
I am doing, man. How you doing?
Doing good.
I happen to be in Florida, by the way.
All right, I'll be there soon. Are you? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You're in Michigan, dude. You're in Florida.
Hey, we might get some snow on Saturday. That's what they're saying.
What part of Florida are you at?
Right, just south of Tampa.
Oh, okay. Well, so you'll be a couple hours from where I'm moving. I'm moving to a place called Babcock Ranch, right outside of Fort Myers. So,
no, right on.
There it was like 30 degrees, but bouncing up to 60 in the afternoon. So
you'll be south of where I'm at. I'm in Bradenton.
Okay, so a couple hour and a half, 2 hours south of Bradenton.
Yeah.
Bradenton.
That's awesome, man. Right on.
Yeah, a lot of family down there, man. I can't wait. You all right, Walker? Looks like you're spent.
Yeah, I'm just moving inside where it's warm.
All right. I was about to say, you're picking a weird time to take a crap, dude. What are you doing?
No.
So anyway,
No, Jacob.
What's up, DL?
Jacob Bain, Bains Blends. Let tell people a little bit about you and what you do.
Well, Marine Corps veteran, married for going on 19 years, 4 wonderful children. I've been working for the Department of Veterans Affairs for 17 years. One of those positions where we actually have to work and we've been monitored for our work, since I've been there. We were the only part of that organization or any government organization that actually said that we were doing the right things. So I wear that with a badge of pride.
There you go.
Yeah, put Bain Blends together over going on 3 years ago, 3 years in September, and just based off of some family needs that needed to be addressed because COVID was making it difficult to get to a doctor, and my wife's hands were falling apart. She also had a breast cancer scare. She had a lump removed when she was 19. So that's part of the reason why we started making the deodorant.
Right.
But yeah, man, we just really wanted to have, make a really good, clean, healthy, complex oil that could meet a whole bunch of different needs. Like there's a couple of guys in the community that I bought a couple of my barbershop fragrances. Americana Tonic, and this guy's wife had real bad issues with the side of her head with some issues with her skin, and he used the oil and just knocked it out. So we don't want to be just a one and done, your beard smells good, beard is coated and soft situation. We want to be a little bit more, we want to be more complex than that. And we didn't go tallow route. We didn't go beard oil route because we really wanted to make sure that some of the stuff that we made would be available to the biggest group of people, people that were vegetarian, that may want to stay away from tallow or beard oils. Nothing wrong with them, but, we wanted to make sure that we were able to provide a quality product without having to worry about answering those questions.
Right.
So
there you go. There you go. Walker, you real quick. I got to interrupt. You all set now, bud? You need a drink, right? Walker sat still.
No, I'm having to look at the comments on my phone
for like 20 minutes straight before we started live, and he had to do everything under the sun and shit. So I'm just making sure you are.
Hey, this is a relaxed show, right?
I got to break.
Look, I'm having to look at the comments on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not popping up over here, and you're going to have to be in charge of popping them up on the screen.
This is the very first Scallywag show that I'm doing sober. I'm on day 3, so my brain isn't functional. So I'm trying my best here, man. We got
That's awesome, man.
in the house. 30 spray. What's going on, guys? Black Manor, Larry, Lurch. What's going on, everybody?
Marcus.
Dude, we let Jacob in here. Renee, you can kiss my butt.
And house. What's going on, brother? We got here. Man, what's up, bud? Dead Smooth, Katie in the house, Marcus, Scott. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, I actually had the privilege of meeting Renee in person last year, so she's good people. I met Florida Boys, Justin Cheatham, Anthony Grice, Phil Dowd. I met quite a few of these guys in face to face. Mike Wiseman, and I know there's certain personalities that don't mesh well. Not everybody gets along. I totally understand it. But I've had the privilege of meeting a lot of folks in the community. And, I haven't found a single person that I've met that I would not want to break bread with. And there's some folks that can't stand each other. I totally understand. Look, we don't have to be friends with everybody. I totally get it.
Everybody.
But yeah, and that's it. And that's to be expected. But I haven't met a single person that we've got the ability to sit back and talk about what bothers us, talk about the things that we like and dislike, the things that we see that we would like to try to change. I can't say enough about the community, so, good people.
Baker.
Well, I'll tell you.
Hey, Jacob smells like cookies and cigars in person, man. Type of cookie, man.
I do sell a snickerdoodle beard oil, so maybe that's what he's talking about.
There it is.
Well, I'll tell you, you talk about Renee, how, she's all right.
Yeah, what's funny is that when we had a chance to talk at a small beard competition up in North Florida, I didn't know who she was at first, but when we finally had a chance to talk, it was refreshing to hear her perspective on things. So what's funny is that a lot of the small batch companies, they all have very similar perspectives. They want to do the things that they do well. They're very prideful over what they do. There's a lot of creative thought process behind a lot of stuff. And something that's been popular lately is everybody's redoing the same scent profiles. Granted, you're going to run into somebody doing vanilla sandalwood all the time. My vanilla sandalwood's going to smell completely different from almost every other company, and other companies' mixes are going to smell completely different from the next company over. Everybody's doing something different.
One company that I never hear mentioned at all, really, but one company I absolutely love out of Texas is called Honor Initiative, and they're like a veteran-owned 5% goes to Wounded Warriors, and they make one. Man, what is it? Gentleman's Reserve, because they only do one limited each season, and it seems like the last few years it's been the same limited coming back. But Gentleman's Reserve is one that comes out in the wintertime that I stock up on. And that's like a bourbon, vanilla, and what was it? An oud or something like that. But whatever it is, it's a pretty, a scent profile that you would see a lot of places. But you're right. Things smell different. You're using different fragrances, different kinds of the scents, all kinds of things, So, and it's hard not to put something out and not have something similar, although, to try and be as unique as possible, though,
Well, and that's hard to do too, because you've got only so many different oils, so many different scents, but if you look on the landscape of scents that are out there in the market, there are a ton of different fragrance companies out there that you can buy from. There's a ton of different companies that sell essential oils. You can do a myriad of things. I've been trying to do a lot of dupes lately. People ask me for a couple of different dupes. I'm working on a few more to try to get some people. I want to do it so I can get people away from companies like Dr. Squatch. who don't give a rat's ass about, don't give a rat's behind about, don't give a rat's ass about their customers. They're just bumping out products, right? Little things that they do as a big company bother me. When you've got, for example, they have this gigantic deodorant container, right? And you'd think, man, I could probably get about 3.5 ounces of product in there. It's the same exact amount of product in it that I have in my deodorant container. Why do they need to do that? It's practices like that just drive me up the wall. So, I want to try to do everything I can to get people away from the big batch. Why?
Wants to know about that Dr. Pepper scent coming. Well, I saw you. Would you sell first batch, and you got another?
Yeah, I put up 20 bottles just based on how much fragrance I had. I'm sorry, Renee. I'll try to stop. So I put up 20 bottles just because of the amount of fragrance I had.
Right.
And I worked on the label for about a day and a half, trying to make sure that I could copyright friendly, and tried to make it so I could have my logo reflect the Dr. Pepper logo, but still be unique, parody, copyright friendly. And once I was able to get it out, I've had this particular Dr. Pepper background for about a year. So I played with what I had, added some other elements to it to try to make it a little bit different, a little boozy, a little bit extra vanilla, some extra cherry. I hope the community likes it. I spent quite a bit of time on it. So
next batch, man, because that does sound. Because I love me. It's a cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper, right? The actual soda.
With some boozy to it, though. There's a little bit of bourbon in there, so there's some elements to it that don't make it a pure Dr. Pepper. Okay. But you're gonna get that almond, because Dr. Pepper's got that almond in it, right? You're gonna get the almond, you're gonna get the vanilla, you're gonna get some of those spices that make Dr. Pepper unique. But it's still a fragrance. It's not a pure. It's not a pure Dr. Pepper dupe. I want to try to figure that out, but it's literally like 23 different herbs and spices. It is a deep profile that is not easy to figure out. So, maybe in a year we try to do it legit, build the whole profile out from top to bottom and see what we can do. But we've gotten pretty decent at duplicating fragrances. My wife's got just a killer nose, so she's able to really isolate some of these scents. But to be fair, and I'll say it right now, AI, you can have AI do a really deep dive into something, and it can pull you down 50 pages of data.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So.
We got Baker, Jacob's Salve deodorant is top tier.
Yeah, that salve okay. So I've been saying it wrong forever, right? It's salve.
Salve. Yeah.
Salve, because I'm an idiot apparently. So, yeah, salve. Yeah, the salve is interesting because I wanted it to have the consistency of like Vaseline. I wanted it to be thick where you could apply it, but it would still absorb. You could leave it on and it would absorb. But there's things in nature that are workhorses when it comes to skin health, anti-parasite, antifungal, antibacterial, and I tried to pack as much of that as I could into the salve. Then I would say the biggest thing that helps is beeswax. Guys, beeswax is an incredible ingredient. It's why I put a little bit of beeswax in my butter. It's not enough that it makes it sticky and whatever, but it's just enough to give it a little bit of depth and a little bit of the tiniest bit of hold, 2% hold on a butter.
I like a tad of beeswax in the butter. Valhalla does that too, with just like a notch in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Or-
It's about 1 to 2% of my build for my butter.
We got going on. We got some Star Wars fighting going on in there. We got Oscar Jedi Wookiee captains. Got Katie. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Their show they had Ewoks and Wookiees confused there for a little bit. That's why I came into it.
Well, I just told them, because we were talking, I got a chat with those girls, and I just told them, I said, Wookiees and Ewoks, she was like, what's the difference? I said, well, there's, one's just kind of smaller, and I said the Wookiees sometimes bang the Ewoks and make Ewokies. So
Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. Yeah, I
Never believe Walker.
never believe me. What?
I remember seeing though that I'm not one of them like Star Wars like anything after. I'm pretty much F everything after Return of the Jedi, but except I did like that little Ewok movie that came out when I was a kid. But
oh yeah, like a Christmas, was it like a Christmas special or something like that?
Oh no. We don't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
talk about what? What I missed?
The Star Wars Christmas special from '79.
Oh.
Oh, okay. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well,
They're all baby bears. That's true.
Mark
Renee.
Hamill's best role was Cockknocker and Jay and Silent Bob. Anyway, man. Let's go.
There you go.
Katie locked.
The first time I ever saw Mark Hamill do something other than Star Wars, because I went and saw Star Wars in the theater in '77 when it came out, and like 2 years, maybe a year later, 2 years, I went and saw Corvette Summer, and during the filming of Corvette Summer, Mark Hamill had a really bad car wreck and screwed up his face, and they had to do reconstructive surgery. So in Return of the Jedi, you can tell the difference in his face.
I thought he got hurt.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, at the very end of Empire Strikes Back, right? He had that reconstructive surgery. Yeah.
Yeah, and they worked that in because he literally had like this part of his face ripped off from here down, and it was bad.
Yeah, I had that little sports car with no roof, right?
Well, it was a Corvette with T-tops.
Yeah, Corvette with T-tops. Okay.
Yeah, I never seen that. And that was called what? Corvette Summer?
Corvette Summer had Mark Hamill and Annie Potts.
Oh yeah? I used to love me some Annie Potts.
Oh, yeah.
Annie Potts in the day.
Mike Ramsey said he will not stand for Star Wars blasphemy. Hey, no blasphemy here, like I've said to you in our chats. Only the first one truly, really matters.
Did you like the last three?
The latest ones?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I haven't watched those.
I watched the one where Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and all them came back just because they were back in it.
Yeah, I did see that one.
It was good.
Yeah.
Where the best part of that was Han getting killed. I mean, it added a human element to it, to where
I didn't like that part though, man. I mean, I was.
Well, no,
Solo was the man, dude.
Yeah, but it added that whole, not everybody's gonna live aspect
Right.
to it.
Hang on.
The actual, there was two. Really, I didn't even know there was a second one.
I thought there was only one, and I thought that one was animated, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, the one I seen wasn't animated. The one I seen was
okay.
They were done like like the Ewoks.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I need to see the new Fraggle Rock. Damn it. Go back to 80s kids. Well, I got the
Down
grindstone.
a bag of rock.
I got the grindstone order in yesterday, and that went through like UPS, post office hell for like 3 weeks. And I'm all excited because there's a little doubloon in it. You know what I mean? I'm like going back to the old days. We reach in a box of cereal, man, and get a toy.
Hey, man, I think every beard company should add a little toy in with their orders, man, like Kinder eggs or something. Now, while we're on movies, real quick, let me ask you, Jacob, what's your favorite horror movie?
I knew this was going to be asked. I don't really care for horror movies, but I'll tell you what I did like was The Ring. I think I watched The Ring probably maybe 10, 15 times.
Yeah, Ring.
So if I go for anything that would be in horror genre, would be movies like Alien, like, with sort of like a deep thriller aspect to it, heavy amounts of tense drama, stuff like that. I like. I've never really did much for.
Let me ask you this, and this is going to determine whether or not you stay on the show or not. What what do you think about my all-time favorite horror movie, The Thing?
Oh, it's a fantastic movie.
Yes,
it is by far one of the best made alien horror films that's ever been done.
I agree with that.
Thinks about the remake coming.
I agree with that assessment, and a lot of it has to do with the acting, but a lot of it has to do with the fact that there was no CGI and it was all practical effects.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Mark.
And even there's been, I can't think of any on the top of my head, the names of movies, but there have been movies that have kind of foregone CGI for practical, even in the last 10 years, that have been absolutely phenomenal. But then you see all the overuse of CGI. I didn't necessarily dislike the remake of The Thing, the Swedish or Norwegian camp that was supposed to lead into the new or the old one. I thought it was pretty good, but it definitely lost me when it came to the practical versus CGI. The practical effects on the original Thing were phenomenal. And on that, one of the best video games I've ever played was The Thing, based off of the movie. Phenomenal video game.
There you go.
So yeah, I enjoyed that movie, and to this day it's still one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, right on.
Can I stay?
That's for fucking.
What do you say?
Can I stay?
They're made for fucking. He said.
The woods are made for fun.
Oh,
there you go, Katie. You heard it,
Marcus.
Don't fuck in the woods.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Award, but it didn't. But we won't get into that because we talked too much about that movie. We gotta watch part 2 this week so we can give the people give the people what they want, man. The review on part 2 for next.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna watch that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the second one?
Yeah.
You're gonna be disappointed. But you know what? Go into it with an open mind, I guess, is probably the best thing to do,
You seen it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So
Wait a minute. Are we talking about the same movie?
Did you say The Thing? I'm sorry. Hold on. Did you
No,
say
no. We're talking about the movie Don't Fuck in the Woods.
Oh, no, we're not talking about the same thing.
Actual horror movie, and they have a sequel, and believe it or not. So we got to check that out.
I don't know if I could get away with watching that at home,
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Yeah. Mark,
That's funny.
Like, man,
now, my other question was this: what's your favorite rock band?
It depends on what we're talking about. I mean,
What's your
classic.
favorite genre?
So I would say that right now my favorite genre would be sort of progressive rock, like Tool.
Okay.
But classic rock or kind of spin-offs of classic rock, leading into a band like Alter Bridge. Alter Bridge right now is probably one of my favorite bands.
Okay.
But if I had to live with nothing else in the world, it would be either progressive metal, alt metal, or some versions of death metal. But I listen to a lot of Christian metal too. So for me, a lot of the stuff I listen to is very genre specific with some intermingling.
Right.
But Tool, that sort of genre would be my favorite. And there's a lot of bands that sort of fit inside the Tool genre.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say techno metal, but that ain't techno metal.
No.
Yeah,
It's considered progressive metal because there's a lot of technical aspects to the music, a lot of technical guitar and drums and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. I don't personally consider Tool metal at all.
Yeah,
I
rock.
consider them progressive, but I don't consider them metal.
Yeah.
Just like I don't consider Korn a metal band. I
No.
consider them a progressive groove band.
Yeah.
But
I guess you're probably right. Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah.
Now, Sean's favorite guy right now has been Youngblood. Believe it or not, I mean he's been
favorite guy, but I mean I think he's
well. You know what I'm saying?
He's crushing it and bringing people to old music, man. Now
He's waving the flag.
What's that?
He's waving that flag.
No, he is, man. Hey, did you see him up there with the Offspring? He was crushing it with the Offspring, man. He crushed it at the Black Sabbath Ozzy final show. Yeah, but I like how he's given a lot of ode to the older bands. But I go back to, metal is one of them things that always cracks me up because people argue this one's metal. You know what I mean? There's so many metal split into like 58 categories instead of just being like stuff
more than that.
And is called like hard rock, Essex, But
Renee from Black Manor said, "Youngblood is a handsome young fella. Good Lord."
Love him.
Now here's the thing.
Ass dude, man. He really is one. Marcus Deftones. Yeah, Deftones was cool.
I'll tell you, I'm old. I'm ancient. I fart dust. Let me tell you something. When it comes to like metal, my absolute, favorite is the old stuff like, Sabbath, Deep Purple, that really, and I'm going to get slammed for this. I don't consider Sabbath really a metal band. Sabbath started the genre, in my opinion, but I consider them. To me, they were more of the heavy doom, type thing, but not necessarily. Huh?
So you don't consider the 90s the metal one. So what do you consider metal?
What do I consider metal?
Yeah. Because Tool, Korn, that end you don't, and then Sabbath, that end you don't. So,
with Sabbath, this is the weird thing. Is like I said, I believe that they are kind of doom blues. Honestly, heavy doom blues. And metal was birthed out of that. But like, if you wanted real metal, like heavy metal, to me is Motorhead, Overkill, Slayer, Cannibal Corpse.
I agree with metal, but yeah.
Hey, so I used to play ice hockey with the drummer from Cannibal Corpse.
Oh,
Oh
really?
Yeah. Super nice guy.
But I also consider some of the bands like Wasp, Crocus, some of those bands metal. It's just, I think the earlier stuff like Sabbath and Purple and it was more blues based.
Interesting.
Well, some of the other metals blues based too. Like look at Clutch. Clutch had a very blues influence to them, but they were heavy as fuck.
Right.
Kate, my friend is young blood stylist, so that's pretty cool.
Okay. All right.
Judas,
That's cool.
Yeah, Judas Priest. Yeah, man. And
you can't discount Judas Priest.
And his side band Fight, who only did that one album, but they were hard, man. Fight was awesome, man.
Dude, that Fight album played in. I used to have a Nissan Maxima POS that was held together with like duct tape and snot, but it had a killer sound system, and Fight was in that CD player every day.
Yeah, Fight was my jam for a while, man. I still rock it here and there a little. It's all right, just a little crazy and all that into the pit. So, Jacob, before we get into some other stuff, man, so tell us a little bit more, man, about what you got coming out. I know you're working on a couple different kinds of products too, right?
Yeah, we're gonna start developing a herbal infused wash. Just kind of picking through recipes right now, using the beautiful internet to try to pick my way through the ingredients that I want to start using. But it will be an infused wash. I'm going to try to keep the pH at around 5.5 to 5.7 ish. But I want to get that botanical effect, and going to be working on a beard powder. Like guy smokes a cigar, he wants to get that smell out of his beard. He's going to put a little bit of dusting of this powder on there, and it will have the ability to condition it, but also pull out the smell out of his beard. Going to be working on that.
Interesting.
Going to be working on right now a salve for muscle aches and pains, as well as a circulatory salve. I realize this kind of puts me in a different category with Florida, but I think it's the next logical iteration of what we're trying to accomplish, because I don't want to just be a beard care company. I never intended for that at all. The beard care stuff came far after the other stuff. So what I want to do is I want to be able to have a husband be able to come in and buy something for him and be able to pick up something for his wife, or a wife be able to come in and buy deodorant or some other product that will help her, like a salve, and be able to say, hey, I see some stuff that my husband might be able to benefit from. Like, my goal is, and I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I am not the one that's going to say your beard needs to smell good. I'm the one that's going to say your skin needs to be healthy, and subsequently your beard hair will follow, right? But there's a lot more to it. It's not just the oils. It's not just the stuff that's in the oils. It's about staying hydrated. It's about having collagen in your diet. It's about having vitamins and minerals in your diet. All those things help your beard. Now, I know Dan C would definitely agree with those statements. So, for me, I don't want to just be somebody that just, you care about this. I don't want to be the guy that just says, hey, you're going to smell good right here. You really should be moving this stuff off your face and putting it someplace else. So I want to get to the point where my beard oils are under scented, but for $5 you can buy a 10 milliliter cologne that can go with it. So that way the fragrance comes out from under your nose and it's going to your neck or going to your arm, right? Because you can burn this out. Your nasal passages, your olfactory senses, you can burn those out. If you were doing this the right way, you should be cycling off beard oils into an unscented, close to 3 days a week, because you can burn this thing out. You know how you go and smell a whole bunch of scents and you got to reset with coffee? You've got nerves up there, and those can get screwed up by constantly blowing your nose out with fragrance. So I would much rather have a customer come in and be able to get a healthy oil that smells good, but they're able to get something that they can maneuver that fragrance around their body, as opposed to just having it all right here.
So you basically, in a nutshell, you want to have Bain Blends be kind of a beauty and wellness shop.
Yeah. I want to have something that's going to be available for everybody, because if you think about it, if your spouse is smelling this, right, all the time, you're getting kissed on the face, she's touching you, whatever it is, you're going to be transferring that stuff to her. And if there's just a lot of fragrance on you, other people around you have to deal with it too. But it's also not good for your pores to constantly have fragrance on your pores. So, there's a lot of things that I could say about it. There's some things I don't like that I see in the industry. But I'm not big enough. I don't have enough reach to be able to say constantly like, hey, I'm going to be able to make a big impact. But what I can do is I can do little things to have that impact. And the main thing I'm doing is the herbal oil. I've had a lot of people not buy my products because of the herbal oil. So I stopped offering only herbal oil, and I added another blend that doesn't have the herbs in it. But what I can do is I can send someone a sample and say, hey, this is the herbal oil. You should smell it. You should see if it's going to work for you. It doesn't work for everybody, and that's totally fine. I've never expected to be all things for all people. But what I want to try to do is be a somewhat positive influence. And
yeah, some things work for different people, like I hear guys in the community all the time arguing about the best carrier blend. And the truth is, I've had so many different carrier blends that worked for me.
Right.
Some just don't work for people. Some people can't do the bird oils. Some people don't like, what I mean? Bearded Papa, what's going on, bud? My problem is, for like 20 years, 30 years, I smelled like cigarettes, whiskey, and Drakkar.
Oh man,
I was the same, except eternity.
Well, I liked Drakkar and Dark Obsession for a little while there while it lasted, man, and then that fell off.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes down to,
guys, I'm sorry. Second.
No, you're good. When it comes down to, in doing these infusions, how long does that usually take? Do they sit and macerate for 7 days or a month or what?
It depends on my need. So I'll put the herbs in a jar, stick them in a dark place, temperature controlled, dark place, cool, for months.
Right.
But if I need to speed up the process, I can speed it up to the point where I can have that same infusion ready in a couple of days.
Right.
Consistent low heat is the way to extract these oils out of the herbs into the carrier. I use avocado because it's stable and it has a fairly long shelf life. And it has a very high tolerant heat range when it comes to avocado.
Right.
Now, and there's a lot of opinions about avocado, just like there's a lot of opinions about grapeseed oil. But when you infuse the herbs I infuse, it extends the shelf life of these oils for 6 months, a year longer than they would normally.
Right.
I had one that went bad after about 3 years sitting on my shelf.
Okay.
So, there's always going to be some give and take there about, temperature and, being next to a window or being in a dark place. I had this one particular bottle sitting on a shelf 3 or 4 feet from a window for 3.5 years, almost 3.5 years, and it finally went bad. So, I mean, I would go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, this is the thing. Everybody wants to talk about, oh, well, this carrier oil will go bad quicker than this one. But I've had carrier oils, I've had beard oils that I have had for a month go bad.
Yeah.
I've had ones that I've had for 3 years that are still wonderful.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's one, how it's blended.
Right.
And two, it's, how you store them. A lot of mine are kept in a mini fridge, but, a lot of them are not.
Right.
That's my shelf right there.
Right.
It's full.
It's full.
Okay. I have not had to throw out an oil in 2 years.
Right. Cool. So, yeah, that's awesome. And to be fair, I took grapeseed oil out of my blend because there was some people saying that I should, so I did. Jeremiah, I can't think of his last name.
Cook.
Yeah, Jeremiah Cook. The herbal oil didn't work for him because he has such a long beard, right? He's 3.5 droppers every time he puts beard oil in. And those herbs will compound. There was just nothing that could be done. So my interactions with him, he prompted me to switch and get away from grapeseed oil and add a non-herbal blend. And I added meadow foam and pulled out coconut oil out of the oils. Now I still have coconut oil in my butter because it's a phenomenal ingredient for butter. I will not ever remove it. But, removing those two things and adding meadow foam and then changing to all organic was the right decision to do. Yes, it's more money, which is why I bumped my prices up a little bit, but it was the right thing to do. But meadow foam extends the life of oils tremendously, and so does vitamin E oil. So
meadow foam's a great oil, man.
Meadow foam is fantastic. Fantastic.
And I've used a lot of herbal infused stuff, not in the beard. You're the first beard company, beard wise, but like my mom's been doing that for years.
Well, that's because your mom's a witch.
Well, she's definitely an old hippie, but she, she makes like comfrey oil, man, and I swear by that stuff.
Comfrey?
Soak it old school, like she'll soak it outside, man, like sun tea for like 3 days with comfrey leaves, and then strain them and everything else. But man, I tell you what, talk about pulling out inflammation and the pain. It was just unreal, man. And better than any icy hot or anything else I use. I swear by that.
You need to get your mom to send me some for my hip.
Yeah. Oh, it'll help, man.
I have a salve going. I have a salve right now that's got comfrey and about 3 or 4 other pain-killing herbs in it right now.
Comfrey is a great one. I mean, it gets a bad rap because of the liver stuff, but that was when they were making them in teas and drinking them like, you know what I mean, drinking it in abundance. But
external use is always different. I mean, you'd have to soak in a tub of it in order for anything to happen to your liver. There's not enough comfrey in the world to allow you to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, you would have to. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's, So it gets a bad rap, but it really doesn't deserve one.
I mean, it's like the, colloidal silver. People that can do damage to you, but you have to have high amounts of it. If you're taking 3 droppers of colloidal silver a day for 2 years, you might have some issues. But if you're using it once in a while, it's not going to hurt you.
Believe it or not, the science on colloidal silver is like you'd have to drink about 4 ounces a day.
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah,
it's a lot. Of course, everybody's different. If your body's not processing out toxins and metals out very well, and you've got something wrong with your circulatory system, or some blockages somewhere in your body, you may not be able to get rid of it very fast.
Katie, dead smooth. Comfrey challenge accepted.
Yeah, Comfrey is awesome. I have a customer right now that he I'm not going to reveal his name, but he's requested a circulatory one, a pain relief one, and a muscle relaxation salve. And I've done 2 of the 3. He's got some other medical issues. I'm holding off until he's got a little bit more leeway with the doctor, but my goal is to offer those 3 at some point. So,
all right.
You got, man. I know you got a couple of sponsors you got to get to real quick.
Sure.
Yes, sir. First of all, I want to talk about Pinhead's pins. This one's the I believe it is the 3rd of their Friday the 13th pins that'll be coming out. And nice little kind of Black Widow with the 13 in the abdomen. And that's going to be coming. They also, let's see, the series for the ones that ordered were sent out on 125.
Well, one sec real quick, because I got to find out what the Mike. I watched a documentary on some hippie chick cult leader lady who used to drink colloidal silver and it turned her ass blue. Well, it turned her blue, not just her ass. What's the documentary on that, man? I might have to see that. That sounds right up.
She was drinking so much of it, though. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. You'd have to. Stacy in the house. What's going on, Stacy? All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Bring up your next one, then I'll jump in. We'll go back and forth, man.
All right. The other one, Bones Beard Embody, his Neuromancer, that will be back in stock. I believe possibly Friday. Blizzard Bill is back in stock, and he's got some really cool stuff coming out. And you need to keep an eye out for that. If you haven't tried Bones Beard and Body, you absolutely should. Fantastic blend. The guy knows how to make a scent pop, and I always appreciate the fact that he makes them walker strength. Anyways, what else you got, Sean, real quick before I go on?
No, go ahead, go on, and then we'll work in the movie stuff.
Okay. There's two more things I wanted to talk about. One, Tameless Tallow. If you haven't, you need to get on the liquid butter and the burnished butter. Absolutely fantastic.
I got actually the burnished.
The burnished butter is more like a cream. It's beautiful. It's got tallow in it. I've been using it about 2 to 3 times a week, and my beard feels like a damn feather pillow in the morning. Absolutely fantastic. And the other thing is this. If you haven't tried Wicked Wednesday Soap Company, now, let me tell you, these two right here, these are the Zero Dark 31 series. This one is Midnight Reserve, and this one is Blackout Edition. The difference between these two, they have the same scent profile except for the last 2 notes. On the Blackout Edition, it is amaretto and coffee, and on the Midnight Reserve, it is vanilla and chocolate. And let me tell you something, these are fantastic. There's my tip for the evening.
There it is, man. All right, let's get into some horror, man. So that actually worked, man.
We're moving up in the world. We got graphics.
That actually worked. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, April 10th, Faces of Death. The new one is out. Now this is totally different. It's basically based off of the one from the 70s and 80s, except this is an actual movie. And it's got Barbie Fiera from Euphoria, and I can't say the name right. Docra Montgomery, Billy from Stranger Things in it. So
I think it's Dacre.
What's that?
I think it's either Dacre or Dacra.
Yeah, I don't know. Whichever one, man. But so basically it's a content moderator comes across this tape of all these kids that are reenacting scenes from the old Faces of Death films, from everything that I'm gathering from the movie, man. So it seems like an interesting concept. It was actually filmed in 2023, had some problems out for obvious reasons. You know, Faces of Death had a lot of problems out back then too. But I don't know. To me, it seems like an interesting concept. We'll see how it goes. You know, and if nobody watched Faces of Death, you weren't one of them little kids watching that crazy crap back in the 80s, but you know, it had real deaths, fake deaths. Some of them say all of it was fake. Some say some of it was real. Who knows? But it was pretty wild stuff, man. So we had that.
Well, hold on. I want to shoot off of the Faces of Death thing. The original Faces of Death. I've seen I think there's 4. I've seen the first 3, and you know the first one was the big controversial, you know, banned in 48 countries or whatever. Which, nah. But there were scenes in that were real. But most of the scenes that were real were basically pulled from unused news footage. This new one, I don't know if I'm on board with it yet. The concept, it'll be a good concept if they do it right. You know, I'm going to hold out hope. Because
basically a movie, you know, it's not just clips of the death scenes like the other ones, but
right.
But I
it's
guess
a movie about a movie, which
right.
is kind of interesting.
Exactly, is what it really is, man. It's like it's done as like a found footage type of film. And speaking of that, everybody's talking about one that was supposed to come out that didn't come out, Daba or something like that, which a lot of people were looking forward to. It's supposed to be a wild and nutty found footage film. It was supposed to come out this month, and then X. So I don't know what happened there. This one's not really horror, but the new show Marshall spinoff of Yellowstone, man, looks pretty damn good with Casey taking over, becoming a U.S. Marshal. I don't if you liked Yellowstone, might be up your alley. On CBS, that starts March 1st. The interesting thing is his wife was not casted in the movie. His wife from the show was not casted in this show. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But there's rumors that she might be in a different spinoff because Yellowstone's spinning off in every direction. You know, it's becoming like the Conjuring universe. You know what I mean? But Marshall's looks really damn good. I think with Casey, and I think really has a chance. Plus, there's going to be some of the characters from Yellowstone in it, so it should be pretty decent, man. Sydney Sweeney, the big H on the Hollywood, the bra stick, man, got her into some hot water. She's been in and out of hot water since she looked cute in jeans. But this is like apparently had no right to jump all over the H and put her bras up for that, what is it, Siren, her new bra company. But a pretty good stunt. Got everybody talking about it, so I'm sure it's worked out fine. But Matthew Lillard is
real quick. fun fact. All she had to do was ask Alice Cooper because he actually owns the H in the Hollywood sign.
I thought he owned a different letter because it was saying some media company owns the H, but I don't know.
No, Alice owns the H.
Okay, well, however it worked, whatever it was, well, whoever owns, well, then Alice Cooper's going after her because whoever owns it is saying they didn't have permission and charging it. So, but well, not charge. I don't think she got charges, but I mean, I think she's gonna get a hefty fine. But let me see, Matthew Lillard, Macabre Spirits, his new alcohol company, coming out with a Ghostface vodka, which looks pretty interesting, man. I'm not much of a vodka guy. Well, right now I'm trying to be sober guy anyway, but looks pretty cool. Ghostface vodka, man, if you're into that. And one last thing, kind of a futuristic kind of sci-fi thriller, man. Psychonaut, like Naut, with Fiona Dourif, man, Brad Dourif's daughter from the voice of Chucky. Looks pretty decent. It's she dives into the mind of her dying friend, and she has to find a memory that could save her life, all meanwhile being chased down and hunted by her friend's ex. So looks like a kind of crazy movie. Sounds real B, but looks like an actual big budget movie, man. So I don't know. Then that's about all I got. Oh, the other thing was Sam Raimi's Send Help came out last week and supposedly in the box office. I really want to see that. Looks pretty cool. She gets an airplane accident, stuck on the island, man, with her boss who was a real jerk off to her. So looks pretty decent, man. That's about all I got on that front.
There you go.
God, if you guys got any more questions for Jacob, Walker, me, anything, what we got, Baker. I know it's like watching horror movies on that new streaming service. Yeah, there's what we got?
Renee had asked me if I was going to do a cologne for the Dr. Pepper one, and the answer is no. It's a strong, intense scent, and it will work better diluted inside of a oil than it would making a cologne out of it. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I had a quick trivia question. And Sean probably knows this.
Yeah, I do actually have notes today, Baker. Not just a smile. Sober Sean.
Wait a minute, Katie. What do you want me to say? She's saying, "Say it, Walker."
Yeah, because you keep saying, "Let me say something," and then you wait a minute.
Now I'm just going to shut the fuck up.
Did you freeze? Oh.
Now, and it's not much of a trivia question, but Sean probably knows it. Who was originally going to be cast in The Thing as McCready?
Oh, I don't know.
I do remember hearing this, but I don't know either offhand. I do remember hearing the story about that, but I don't remember.
They were going to cast, believe it or not, and he was also up for the role of Han Solo, Al Pacino.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. And Al Pacino said he didn't think he decided he wasn't going to be right for the role, and he suggested Kurt Russell.
There you go.
And then Kurt Russell and John Carpenter, they've teamed up after the success of The Thing. They teamed up with Escape from New York and Escape from LA and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, they made some good movies, man.
So, what a bit of trip.
Fun fact: Han Solo was reading other potential cast people being cast for Han Solo. He was
Yep.
reading for them, and then they decided you're doing better than all of them, and they gave him the part.
Yep. He was originally a carpenter on set.
Yep.
Well, he did work on. That's how he's got his in America. That's how he got into American Graffiti, man. He was putting cabinets in for George Lucas, and Lucas really liked them. You know what I mean? And boom, boom, boom.
That's great.
So,
okay. Lurch says she wants me to say Tubi. Okay, watch Tubi.
oh yeah,
Watch you some horror. Go watch Don't Fuck in the Woods. There you go.
Yeah. Tubi is definitely a good horror channel. Well, good regular channel too, but all right, guys. So it's about that time, man. Jay, we got anything else you want to say to the people? Anything you want to promote? And we thank you for, being one of the sponsors here for the Scallywag Show. We appreciate you, man, and all that.
Yeah, no, I don't have a whole lot more to say. I am still gonna do a fundraiser continuously for Johnny Z Beard. 25% of that combo, the oil, the cologne, and the butter are gonna go to him. I talked to him about it. He's absolutely down for it. It's the Dior Sauvage elixir, and it'll be at parfum strength. That's what he liked. That's what we're doing. And then there's a couple of things that we made recently. The fireside honey tobacco, absolutely phenomenal. And then there's the collaboration I did with Bearded Death, the s'mores code. But we're going to be really digging into barbershop stuff in the next couple of months. We're going to hopefully be able to have enough barbershop where we'll be able to start doing sets of barbershop as well. So we'll be able to come in and pick 3 or 6 and be able to actually get the whole set. Those will be essential oils. We're gonna stick to essential oils for those.
There you go. Aunt Ox wants to know what cap is Jacob wearing. Is that the dad?
The dad.
Yep.
That is a nice lid.
This was a gift from DL himself.
Each.
Oh yeah. The DL, that was a very nice gesture, and I'm still very grateful for that. So thank you.
Well, somebody blessed me, so I figured I'd pass it on.
Yeah, it's my first one.
Amen. All right. You got anything else, Jacob?
No, sir. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, we appreciate you being here. I got 3 things to say. First and foremost, if you go to Dead Smooth right now, all of her seasonal scents are on clearance, and Papa don't peach. That's what she wanted me to say.
Papa
now,
don't clearance?
No, she wanted me to say Papa don't peach.
Oh yeah, I got that. Oh, okay. I was confused.
Yeah. The other thing is Wicked Wednesday Soap Company. If you go to her website, she's got some new body butters, massage candles, some really cool stuff. Go check them out. Support, your smaller businesses. And I want to thank each of our sponsors for everything that they do. And, when it comes down to it, this show, the only reason that we truly do this is for those that watch. And I just want to thank everybody for the positive feedback that I've gotten and about the show. And just remember, you matter.
That's it. And speaking of the clearance sale, I think I don't know if this still is, man, but the Tisket and Casket, man, from Dead Smooth, is ridiculous.
It is on clearance.
So, and that's about all I got too, man. Jacob, man, thank you so much again for sponsoring the show, man, for doing a lot of what you do, man, because you do a lot for the community, man.
I try.
Really appreciate that, and I think you you really do some innovative products, man, and I really dig that, man. Think outside the box. So we appreciate the hell out of you coming on. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. We're halfway through. Keep crushing it. Like Walker said, you matter. And our phones are always open. If you feel like you don't, man, don't hesitate to hit that message and talk to one of us. I don't care what time of day it is. I'm always there if somebody needs to talk it out, man. So
110.
much love to you.
And DL, I forgot to mention, I have a graybeard formula now for you.
Woo-hoo!
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. I need a good gray blend.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I had a lot of guys asking for it, so I decided to add it.
This is more white, but you know.
You now can get 4 different blends. You can get herbal, non-herbal, or you can get herbal and non-herbal and graybeard as well. So you've got 4 different options when you go check out. So I'm trying to give everybody as much opportunity to get something that's going to work for them as I can.
Well, next time I'm able to order, I'll get me some of that graybeard blend because I could use it.
Yeah, well, I'm getting a little bit here too. I might start using it myself. All right, sorry.
It has been fun, man. Everybody crush it. Much love. Keep it scallywag.